In this episode, we journey alongside one of the most revered women in Scripture, Sarah, the first matriarch, the wife of Abraham, and the mother of nations. Her story is not just a story of motherhood or miracles. It's a story of waiting, wondering, laughing, and ultimately believing. Before she was Sarah, she was Sarai, a name meaning my princess. Sarai was born into the world of Mesopotamian culture, a society rich with gods, idols, and tribal wanderings. She became the wife of Abram, her half-brother, a union typical of that time to preserve lineage. Their lives were intertwined with the call of the unknown because Abram would receive a word from God that would shape their destiny forever. Leave your country, your people, and your father's household, and go to the land I will show you. Genesis 12:1, and with that, Sarai left the only world she knew, no security, no roadmap, only faith. Sarai's journey was one marked by hope deferred. Year after year passed, and no child came. In her culture, barrenness was not just a disappointment, it was a disgrace, a source of deep sorrow, silence, and shame. Yet Sarai endured. Even as Abraham received promises from God, "I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars," Sarai remained childless, feeling the weight of that unfulfilled promise. And so, in a moment of desperation, she made a decision. Go, sleep with my maidservant. Perhaps I can build a family through her. Genesis 16:2. This act gave birth to Ishmael through Hagar, her Egyptian servant. But with that came tension, jealousy, and a complicated family dynamic. Sarah's choice, though human and understandable, shows us how even people of faith sometimes take detours on the road to promise. Then came a turning point. God appeared again to Abram and Sarai, but this time with a new identity. "No longer shall your name be Abram, but Abraham. And Sarai shall be called Sarah, for she will be a mother of nations." Genesis 17:15-16. Sarah, from my princess to simply princess, a name that echoed dignity, destiny, and divine promise. But how did she respond? She laughed. "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure?" Genesis 18:12. Can you relate to that laugh? That moment of guarded disbelief when hope feels too risky? Yet God heard the laughter and turned it into joy. And then, when she was 90 years old, Sarah gave birth to Isaac, whose name means he laughs. God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me. Genesis 21:6. Sarah's story is a radiant reminder that it's never too late. No timeline is too broken, no womb too old, no dream too far gone. Her laughter became the sound of fulfilled promises. Sarah's life holds timeless truths for every listener today. Faith is a journey. Sarah didn't always get it right, but she stayed on the path. Even in her missteps, she moved forward. God sees your sorrow. Her years of waiting were not wasted. God was present, even in the silence. Delayed doesn't mean denied. What seems impossible for man is possible with God. Your story has a legacy. Sarah became the mother of nations, a symbol of covenant and faith for Jews, Christians, and Muslims alike. Sarah is the only woman in the Bible whose age at death is recorded, 127 years old. And Abraham went in to mourn for Sarah and to weep for her. Genesis 23:2. She was buried in the cave of Machpelah, the first piece of the promised land to be owned by Abraham. Even in death, Sarah's life was tied to promise. Sarah's journey is the story of many of us navigating disappointment, wrestling with belief, waiting in the quiet. But it is also the story of God's faithfulness, a God who names us, calls us, and fulfills what he has promised. So, if you're in a season of waiting, remember Sarah. If you're tempted to laugh in disbelief, remember her laughter turned to joy. And if you're wondering if your story still matters, know this. In God's story, no word is wasted, no dream too late.